Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and while it's halftime of the 49ers Colts game, I'm going to recap Monday Night Raw. A bit normal than earlier I'm on here recapping this, but tonight's episode was in like an hour and like 40 minutes. It was a pre-taped episode, obviously, so obviously I already knew what was going to happen on this show. Looked at the spoilers. I don't really care to look at the spoilers. Like, I know some people probably care about that, but I don't know. Like, I'll look at the spoilers and watch the show. So, Raw didn't show any commercials tonight. Had a runtime of just a little over an hour and 40 minutes. Obviously, it's a pre-tape show tonight from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Like, I don't know, with pre-tape shows, it's just, I don't know. It's just like I don't really care for, like, these pre-tape shows. And the piped-in crowd audio was hitting hard. Raw was not live tonight, although WWE's trying to make it seem like it was. Just hate this time of the year where they do pre-tape tape shows. It's just, I'm not enthusiastic about it. I don't know, it just felt lifeless. Piped-in crowd put aside, I'm okay with no commercials and ad breaks. That's actually good for me. But if it's just like this, pre-tape shows just aren't for me. But tonight's show, typically Raw's 2.5 hours of action, including commercials, but due to a pre-tape for the week, it was just an hour and a half without commercials for this holiday show. On paper, this is an improvement, as it was a show that never slowed down, delivered its stories succinctly, but the actual content was kind of lackluster. Almost nothing from this week's Raw obviously won't be remembered in a few weeks. No one's going to be like, hey, look at this episode of Monday Night Raw right here. The match is barred together with frequent interference, choppy editing of the action. The best work of the night was Rhea versus Asuka, which was a good sign for the Kabuki Warriors and Rhea and Io's match on the Netflix anniversary for the tag team title. That's probably the best work of the night. Gunther continues to probably be the most interesting part of Raw, even when he has to do very little to get heat. You know, it was nice to see Becky Lynch back, but she's still in the same position she was when she left. Getting embarrassed by the Steel, developing Maxine Dupree. The Vision remains the story that WWE cares about most, main eventing the show again, but the fallout for Austin Theory's arrival was fairly basic when we need something more flashy. Why is Austin Theory in the Vision? I don't know what's so hard to ask with WWE to give explanations. Why is this person in this group, or why is this person facing this person? It's not that hard to have storylines, or have a story. As a whole, there's not much to complain about, but far less to rave about. I'm sure some WWE fans will still rave about how good this show was, because I guess every show's a good show somehow to some of these people. I'm going to give it like a 2 or 3 out of 10. You know what, I'll give it a 2 out of 10, honestly. It's just pre-tape shows. I guess I gave SmackDown more credit than it deserved. I guess for a few things that I thought were good, probably shouldn't have gave it a 7 out of 10 or whatever. I probably gave it more credit than it deserved. But I guess I was trying to be nice for once with wrestling. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Raw. Let's go over the card. So, let's start with Asuka with Kairi versus Rhea. So, Ripley asked an injured Io Sky to stay in the back during her match, but Sane came out with Asuka and got involved multiple times. So Genius to the Sky finally came out to contest Sane, but the Pirate Princess sent her injured back into the apron as the Eradicator checked on Sky. Asuka rolled her up for the 1-2-3. You know, it was a good match, hard-hitting, engaging, even with the overuse of interference, which WWE still does, even though the fans ask for them to stop doing it. They do it over and over and over and over again. Just the overbooking of interferences. Sometimes overbooking with the interferences is good. For example, like WrestleMania with Cody and Roman, but like, it's just ever since they've had the Bloodline Rules match, they do these interferences constantly. The distraction to the roll-up finish was a forgettable end to a good match, though. I mean, it was a good match, but the Empress of Tomorrow obviously needed to win more, but could have won more clean. But it was a good choice to have Asuka win. Daisy's beat the Kabuki Warriors kind of inconsistently past few weeks, and glad they gave Asuka a win over a big name. So Rhea and Io are in perfect position to probably dethrone the Kabuki Warriors on the Netflix anniversary. Any result that puts that in question is at least to more drama the night of the title match. But before that, the show started with Austin Theory explaining to Paul Heyman that he saw the vision and wanted to represent the vision in the main event. He saw the vision. What's the vision exactly? What'd you see? Later, Heyman told Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker that they would test Theory. Both men were skeptical of the possible new member. Maxine Dupree and embarrassing Becky Lynch again. Becky Lynch made a surprise appearance who interrupted the scheduled Maxine Dupree segment, saying that she had spoken to Netflix officials that had asked her to appear. She arrived to call it the man's bad behavior. Maxine Lynch took offense and punched out Dupree, only to get locked into an ankle lock and forced to tap out. Dupree did her best here to sell herself as a star, an equal thing to Becky, though she still has to work to do to sell fans in her stardom. She's a work in progress in the mic and in the ring. Spots like this in front of a live crowd. Well, I shouldn't say live crowd, but you know what I mean. The live crowd that night on the pre-tape show are a perfect way to test her. Becky put her over again, tapping out to the woman that's already defeated her in the past 3 times. It's not a great. I wouldn't say it was a great segment, but Maxine had the crowd behind her though. So they will face off again on the Netflix anniversary, and if Lynch loses again, it will be difficult for her to get her reputation back up, so I'm sure she's going to win. I think it was just a good moment to give her a championship, and I think Becky will win it back. On the other side, though, Dupree can't afford to lose this early in her title reign if WWE wants to sell her as a big deal. It's kind of a difficult booking spot. So they've kind of put themselves in a pretty difficult booking spot. But there was some good lines. Maxine said when she said Lynch looked like someone whose best years are behind her. So I mean, it was all right. Javon Evans versus Rayo Americano. Jesus. Whatever. I mean, Javon Evans beats Rayo Americano. Who the fuck is Rayo Americano? Oh my lord. Is he part of these El Grande Americanos? This was a fine match, but it was not the best showcase of what Javon Evans can do. Rayo got more offense than he should have in a match that was supposed to sell Javon Evans. Even WWE can't do that right. He's an exciting high flyer that was almost entirely grounded in the contest with an opponent that has almost no in-ring credibility. The former Pete Dunne is not doing much in his current luchador role. The crowd does not even seem to have any strong connection to him or Bravo in any way. At least El Grande has a strong, clear role in WWE and AAA that's got him over. Evans and Leon Slater are likely a package deal long term. This match sets them up to further feud with the Americanos, but I don't know. It's just always with WWE. When someone gets hot, they manage to cool them off. Javon Evans can be a star. Like he's himself on the mic, damn good wrestler, be a feature star, but nope, go having a match with Rayo Americano. This, just, my lord. But Javon Evans won. Adam Pearce backstage wished Evans good luck backstage before he headed to the ring, but Michael Cole said something about free agents. So I'm guessing he's going to Monday Night Raw. He explained that Evans is a free agent looking to impress Raw and SmackDown to get a contract. Pearce also agreed to let Stephanie defend the Women's World Championship against both Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez next week. Oh boy, Nikki Bella gets another title match. Nikki Bella questions why everyone is disrespecting her. She interrupted the show to stand on the announce table, mock everyone that would not give her respect. She promised to make Stephanie and Raquel respect her next week when she won the Women's Championship. Fairly nothing segment for Nikki with no one interrupting throughout her rant. She blatantly built heat through basic sports thing taunting. She's a decent heel talker, but could have dug in much more, selling her personal, dislike to sell this match to the viewers. This has been a problem in this whole feud with Nikki and Stephanie. It's just too generic and just not much. It's just a veteran that feels the next generation is disrespecting her, which is also the story that Becky's telling with more nuance with Maxine. She mocked the fans by talking down their love of the Lions, including a mention of Philadelphia Eagles, which may have been a small hint of her, rumored relationship with Cooper DeJean. Hey, He's a winner on and off the field, I guess. The Usos delivered a dramatic promo hyping up their tag title match with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So next week's show looks a lot better, for sure. Title matches, and Braun Breaker delivered a warning to CM Punk that he was going to end the legend of the best in the world at the Netflix anniversary show. Next week, the Netflix anniversary show looks like it's going to be a banger. Bayley versus Roxanne. Bayley defeated Roxanne via pinfall. Perez lost due to the Judgment Day miscommunication, protected her, so Bayley wins. You know, it was solid. They started strong in the match, but there was another match this was another match on the night with distraction and interference playing a regular role. It didn't hurt the pace because they were two really good wrestlers, but never quite allowed them to hit their stride. But they protected Roxanne, so you know, it's a solid. Gunther, he made more enemies. He lived in the crowd heat, laughing at the boos and chants. The ring general ended up only saying, "You shouldn't be mad at me. You should be mad at the man that tapped out like a little bitch." Both CM Punk and Rey Mysterio got in the face of Gunther on his way to the back, not happy with his comments. This was exactly what it needed to be in front of this crowd. It wasn't big and flashy. It was a bit repetitive, but Gunther made his point. He mocked Cena, his fans, and his friends. Only 2 sentences. The strong running story is that the Ring General has way more enemies than friends after what he did to the GOAT. This heat will not last forever, so WWE should keep milking it. Gunther vs. AJ Styles, a match the company can tease for a while before delivering. The tease of Gunther vs. Punk should not be the immediate goal, especially since Punk should be losing to the gold to Braun Breaker, not back to Gunther. Still, it is an intriguing option in the future, allowing Gunther to get his win back. But Gunther happily gave Punk the "you can't see me" taunt on his way out backstage. Styles confronted Gunther again. The Ring General refused to shut up. To end the show, CM Punk and Rey Mysterio vs. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory with Paul Heyman. It was a chaotic back and forth match, but Theory caught Mysterio with a stomp to win the match. Afterward, Punk tried to get back at Theory, but Braun Breaker laid him out with a spear in the show. The story of this match was clear, but it did not make for an exciting main event. Theory wanted to prove himself to the Vision. He did so by winning the match. However, this should have been the spot for Punk and Breaker to keep building their own heat with a title match in 2 weeks. Said this came off as the same basic Vision match of the week, even with a fresh face in Austin Theory. His offense did not solely evolve to make him more flashy. He's a capable athlete that can compete with anyone, but not blow anyone away. He did just that, with the only difference being the result. This was his first win on Raw in over a year. Punk and Mysterio had plenty of stories, but worked this like two individual stars, not looking to sell their own possible tag team dynamic. The Raw result ended the show to sell Theory in the division. Well, I mean, anything long term, this is down to whether Theory can level up in this story over time, but this was whatever. Theory's explanation for wearing the mask was that he wanted his action to speak for him first. Theory met Reed backstage for the match and told the big man that he would take the early lead. Theory saved Reed from a 619, then took one himself. But I don't care with this Vision stuff, man. And then the big reveal being Austin Theory, which we knew it was Austin Theory because of what people were saying online. It was always Austin Theory. They tried to have multiple people under the mask to fool you fucks. We knew it was Austin Theory. This don't really excite me because he ain't been on Raw for months, and this is his first win in like a year. But yeah, that's really all to say about Monday Night Raw. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace. And leave your thoughts, comments below.